Frame 13, Mark Williams.
Thank you, Hazel. Yeah, Crucible
Cameras
family.
down now, please.
And we very much appreciate their support and dedication to the game that we love.
Absolutely, John. Been a love affair myself with this place ever since I was a 13-year-old boy. Came through the doors for, well, just nearly 14 actually, in 1977 to watch the first time when the championship was here. And it was electric then, and it still is now. No venue like it.
Just saw the average frame time, just under 17.5 minutes. Both these players get on with it. Average shot time, it's not slow. Just got to judge this well though. Seen a few of these come off a bit square and catch the pink. It's in that red full, made certain it was safe. Touching ball, is it, referee? He's having a close look, is Brendan Moore.
Touching that one, Mark.
It is touching, so that gives Mark an easy path back to the balk end. Now sometimes you can play just to make certain you get tight to the cushion, or is he going to come off the balk cushion and try and get in behind the yellow? In behind the yellow, he's trying. Not quite. Not left a pot on, but I think John can get through to this red to play the containing safety.
Just while we got a few safety shots on, John, just ask you, pardon my ignorance, did you play in the 77 championship here?
I did. I lost to John Spencer, the eventual winner.
And were you a big fan of the venue straight away, were you?
Well, the first thing that was a real shock to us was starting playing at 10:30 in the morning. Snooker players didn't get up till that time normally. And I bet both these players, when they play morning sessions, are walking around the streets of Sheffield from about 8 onwards. I bet you were.
Yeah, well, I actually started practicing before I came to Sheffield. I had a table at home lucky enough to have one. I'd be up at 8 o'clock in the morning practicing in preparation, just basically because I knew you were going to have 10 o'clock sessions. You might as well get used to them.
Yeah. But as I say, originally it was 10:30, then it went to 10 o'clock. And I'm amazed at the standard that's produced in those morning sessions. But no morning sessions in the final, the afternoon and evening. And what a matchup. Two of that great class of 92 here. Couldn't do anything else but just play the containing safety. And with that red in the balk end, well, you could play safe in the balk end as long as you cover that red with the yellow. But is it too risky? John thought so.
It's a funny thing watching the expressions on these two, that they've got total appreciation for the shots each other plays. You know, play a shot and John Higgins will come up and look at situations. Some good shot, pal. That was clever. Mark Williams likewise.
And covering that red in the balk end with the yellow puts a little bit of pressure now on the shot for John. There you see, just covered it. Knocked a red towards the corner. And kissing the green. Not the best of safeties. Can't get to the one near the left corner pocket, and I presume the fact he's looking down here, the green is covering the red near the baulk line, so John was a little bit fortunate there.
Yeah, he's been down to have a look as well. If he drops onto the red that's near the top cushion off the side cushion, would he be leaving anything? But he's decided to come off the pack instead. Well, he could play the top 2 reds, so no damage done there. And it looks like a pretty good cue ball. Covered everything. Although I'm saying that, is there a gap between yellow and brown? Double maybe, is he thinking of?
Well, there is a gap, but he can only hit the red 4 ball. Can he force an angle to screw back to the baulk cushion? Never thought about the screw back, went for the double. But that's why we always say why professionals don't like doubles. If it doesn't go in, depending on what part of the jaw of the middle pocket it hits, and you're never certain, it was close, but he's left it. Yeah, just making certain here. There's quite a few reds he can play on. The black obviously goes to the right corner, so he'd like to be on the black as soon as he possibly could. Here's the best angle from the green. It's all about line and length. And he doesn't want to kiss these reds. And that spoilt it somewhat.
4.
Well, he's got a straight red to this corner, but as I say, I don't think the black goes into the opposite corner pocket. Can he make an angle to run round of 2 cushions for the pink? He's going to have to pinch a bit if he does. Tried to pinch too much.
Mark Williams, 4.
You can't try and pinch any of these pockets. I know we've all said it's playing generous, but not that generous.
Yeah, and in fairness to him, I do think in the last couple of sessions they've tightened up a little bit. I think it's when the cloth is absolutely brand new, they were sliding in a little bit too easily. There's been 1 or 2 that haven't gone in, that had earlier, so a little bit more of a test. But John will be disappointed with the safety at the moment from himself. Players hate it when they hit baulk colours, but particularly when you're going down the table, there's no real reason for that.
Well, it has to be said that his long potting's just not quite on it tonight.
No. This is no gimme, skinny. Shot well controlled.
1.
Doesn't have to go into the pack here. Could do so if he wants, but doesn't have to. There's a red on the left-hand side, at the bottom of the cluster.
Yeah, does he fancy playing a precise positional shot? Answer was no, he didn't, so he trusts a little bit to luck, but he'll be happy with that. It's worked out absolutely perfect.
6.
Yeah, lovely little cannon that. And of course, once he drops this red in, an excellent chance for
7.
John Higgins.
Yes, and I think it's only the red that's closest to the left corner that's stopping the black going in both corner pockets. So if that's the case, that's the red he'll play for. off the black. Doesn't have to play any cannons to get over the winning line now. Red's nicely
40.
in the open, and I think the black will be available into both corners. You clearly see it will be after that red spotted.
50.
Great chance.
Just wants a little stun up into the red above the black. That's the fella, but he flicked the other one first. Just caught that first red. He wanted to miss that, put the second one up. And because he got that flick, slightly lost the cue ball, but shouldn't be a problem.
An untimely sneeze, so being the consummate professional, John gets up and gets back behind the line of the shot. Needs full concentration on this chance.
$23.
But once again, just lost the cue ball slightly.
Yeah, ever since that couple of shots ago, that little cannon that he flicked the other one, it's just been slightly awry with the cue ball control. And he still is trying to play the screw with check side and come back up the table for this red. Yes, he can still
29.
pot it, but he's not ideal, and the cue ball's running away. Just seemed to be an accumulation
29.
of pressure there. That's all it was. He just, once he didn't get that cannon, and he flicked the other red, he was out of position for the next one, then off to pink, and it basically just caught up with him, that break. There's the red he missed, and he'll be very disappointed not to have made more there. That was a very good chance.
Just overhit that slightly. Now can John get past the blue? Well, he can, I think. Referee Brendan Moore just having a look as well. If he can get through to it, then he'll take it on. Because he knows if he knocks it in, it could be a frame winner. And could well be now. Wonderful shot.
One.
That's just excellent cueing. Straight through the ball. Chose to play the cannon there, just flick the other red out, and he looks like he's perfect on the red on the left.
8.
A little stun up, and you could not ask for these to be in better positions.
Another 33 points from this position required.
9.
But take nothing for granted.
$60. 70.
So you feel if you can screw back from one of these two reds just below the pink. get on one of them nicely without being hampered, and that's absolutely perfect.
24.
So after this black, he's looking for red, cover red, to leave Mark Williams needing a snooker. When he pots this red,
32.
there'll be 67 remaining. So as I say, red, cover red needed.
33.
He didn't come actually absolutely perfect here, and to hold for the red he needs, he's going to have to play a cannon on the pink. You don't hit these too hard. Give time for the backspin to take effect. And got it. And this red
40.
now to go 66 points in front with just 59 remaining. Lucky to get the second chance probably, John, but great opening red.
Deserves to win the frame from her. As you say, we've seen one or two shots, long shots from Mark Williams haven't quite gone in this evening. But there was no problem with John Higgins' long game there. That was an excellent shot. You can't hit it better than this.
48. $49.
Well, if he's screwing up and down the table, he's got to miss the yellow. Oh, he checked it. He's checked it. Is he going to knock these reds on? What a great effort. He played it with a ton of
56.
left-hand side. Like an exhibition shot. Oh, the blue's gone in,
Foul.
but it won't make any difference. Mark Williams won't bother
Williams
getting
foul.
out of his seat. The
56.
frame was well and truly over. And John Higgins once again reduced his deficit to just one frame. And it's still 4 to play in this session. 7-6, Mark Williams.